tips to accelerate your career with top companies and meet leading business disruptors who will share pivotal moments in being a successful leader. This is the Forward Motion Business Show with Professor Ken and Professor Paul A. Marino, broadcasting from United International College. Hit new heights. Start with Forward Motion.
Hey, welcome to the Forward Motion Business Show. I am Professor Ken.
And I'm Professor Paul A. Marino.
And today, Paul, why don't you introduce our guest who's a long-time friend of yours and business associate, too.
Well, I'm very pleased to have in the studio with us tonight Jose Lopez. Actually, I think the students will benefit greatly from his experience. He came to this country as an immigrant. He built a successful business. You just had an acquisition. Congratulations on that. So tell us a little bit about your early life. You came from Cuba, no?
Yeah. Well, I'm Jose Lopez, like you said. I was born in Cuba. I left Cuba when I was 6.5, maybe closer to 7 already. Went to Spain. Lived in Spain for a year, and then from Spain came to the States, and I actually came in just like Christopher Columbus came to the Americas. I came by boat from Cadiz, Spain. So then we settled here in Miami and studied since second grade all the way to college in Miami. I never left Miami and been here, and I'm very happy to live in Miami, by the way.
How did you start your business? Tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, it's been a long time, Paul. Many years ago. Let me see if I can remember. I started in 1983, the business. But I was in this industry since 1972.
And that industry is?
We sell, at that time, it was copy machines, and they were just starting the copy machines at that time. Okay? Right. We had a liquid toner equipment at that time, and electrostatic paper, just like the fax machines.
I remember that.
Those are the ones that I started. I left the Army, went to work for the manufacturer in Miami Lakes that did the copiers. We manufacture copy statics. At that time, it was what it was called. And we had the copier that did a 500-foot copy.
Wow.
Okay? So the roll was up to 500. So as long as it fed the original, it will be copying that there. And then in 1982, the company went Chapter 11, and it was divided by different manufacturers, by different companies. And I was, at that time, I had been promoted already to national parts manager. So I was responsible for purchasing and forecasting what spare parts we needed to maintain the copiers in the field, and for the dealers and the branches that we had. And at that time, TRW, which is a huge company, I don't know if you know TRW,
Sure.
but they bought the service part of the company. And, the day of my anniversary, October, the boss from New Jersey comes down and, hey, congratulations, you have a job and we want you to work for us and you need to move to New York.
Oh.
And my wife, listened. She let us go to dinner. Let them pay for dinner that day.
Wait, you're not going to New York. I don't blame
She
you.
didn't say a word.
No.
She kept quiet. She just listened. And we finally, after the dinner, I actually did go and work. Every Sunday or Monday, I would fly
Right.
to New York and fly back Friday or Saturday. But when it was time for her to make the decision, she said no. We'll live under the expressway if we need to, but I'm not moving to New York City. So I said, well, what am I doing? And I decided to open a copier company
That's
at that
great.
time. And I said, well, I'm going to be knocking doors, selling, and had one of my employees that became my partner, and he learned how to fix copiers.
Wow, that's
And
great.
that was 1983. So we just celebrated our 40th anniversary right
Congratulations.
now. Thank you.
That's
Thank
great.
you.
So that's an interesting. I wouldn't have gone back to New York. I mean, I moved to New York. Your wife, you have your wife to thank for your success, then, right? We all do.
We all do.
We all do. We all do.
Behind a great man, there's a greater woman.
Better woman, right?
Absolutely.
So it's interesting because one of the focuses on our when we meet our business innovators and leaders here, we talk about how they got started, but we try to connect that to today's generation, right? Gen Zs and things like that, 20 somethings and those that are coming out of college, maybe from high school and college. So one of the things that Paul and I always talk about is that you have to have some type of background, or you have to have some type of passion for the industry or for your career. In your case, turned into a business. And what we're seeing is, today's environment. There's a lot of job hopping. For us, it would be you'd be at a company for 4 or
Incredible.
5 years. We had many discussions already, though. I don't know personally if that's such a bad thing, but there is a disadvantage, I think, and maybe you can help us understand that, because you had some experience and you opened up your business. Today, if you job hunt, you don't gain that experience. So then, how do you learn in the industry, and what does your company do to take in someone young and then teach them and give them the ability to grow and learn in the business?
Well, I'll tell you that what I try to do, or we try to do with our new, younger employees that are becoming, which is hard because they're all jumping around all the time, okay? And very impatient.
Yeah.
The young generation is super impatient. But we show them, the techniques. I believe in a lot of training. Our vendors do support us with a lot of education, a lot of seminars,
Right.
To be able to get our people training in that. But I'll tell you, in my 40 years, I've seen the development and the training has changed. I feel that most of our salespeople right now, and I got salespeople that have been with me 32 years. So those are seasoned veterans.
Right.
They know what to do. They know how to talk the talk. They just don't know IT now.
Right.
So I got a problem on those with the IT.
You got to help them out.
Yeah,
It's
so-
like us. We have one foot in the analog world, the fax machine world, and one foot in the digital
Right,
world.
correct.
That's right.
And I have some. We've been doing is specializing.
Yeah.
Our salespeople is specializing more in one part of the business, and others in other parts of the business. Okay. Like I was mentioning to you a while back, we used to do copiers was our main focus,
Right.
but the printing has gone down tremendously, and most people don't want to print as much as they used to.
Right.
I do, by the way. I always
You like to print? Yeah, a little old school, right? Exactly.
So, so we have done acquisitions, or we have gained within the same business, started new businesses. Okay, like we've been diversifying.
Right.
And we did copiers. Then we started with solutions, software solutions to use on the copier for document management, cost cost cutting on copies,
Right.
controlling copies how they were made, and we got into voice over IP, which is a phone.
Right.
So we do phone systems
Oh, wow.
as well, and we have our own managed services uh, a company which we call Barlop Technology Solution. My company is Barlop Business Systems, and we've been 40 years. But this one, we've been doing it now before COVID. So I would say like a year before COVID or two, and we started it, and we come to the university, and we'll say to the university, you know, let us manage your uh, com- computers.
Right.
Let us manage your network in the cloud or in your servers. We'll protect them. We'll do backups. We do the firmware updates. We do everything. And you don't have to hire an IT because hiring the IT, you have one person.
Right.
When he goes on vacation or whatever, with you don't have anybody. And with us, you have a team that will handle you. We have right now I would say 7 IT people
Wow.
in our business. So we do that as well. So we started and it's hard, believe me, because I didn't know that business at all.
Yeah, it's different.
Now, I think congratulations are in order. Didn't you just complete an acquisition?
Yes, sir. We just acquired another company that was very similar to ours. And, we handle in the copiers, we handle our Rico brand copiers. And now we are also, last week, we just got authorized to be a Sharp dealer as well. So now we also sell TVs.
Oh, wow.
I forgot to tell you, we do TVs as well. You write on the TVs,
Oh, one of
you
those
copy on the TV.
intelligent boards or something like that, right?
Right. So we do those kind of TVs, display TVs as well.
Oh, nice.
You're in the hotels, aren't you, with the
And
display?
some of them we've furnished whole every TV in the Conrad in
Oh, wow.
downtown.
That's
So we've
great.
done a few of those as well. So the nice part about this company too that we liked and that is interesting to us is the low voltage. So now we're doing low voltage installation. So we have a whole development of 300 houses that we're going to be doing all the wiring for them. We do access control as well, the doors, cameras. So that's another niche
Right.
for us that we're doing and we're learning. Today, I had a 3-hour meeting about that and learning on that.
Well, that's good because you're innovative and he's moving forward. And I think when you talk about, let's call them Gen Zs, right? Those that are born in 2000 or plus or minus, that excites them. That sort of that hits where they want to see. They want to be touching the IT. They want to be more involved. It's more sexier than a printer, let's say, right? So that's good. So tell us about the your expectations when a young when you bring someone in. What do you expect of them, and how do you coach them to get to the spot they need to be?
I tell you, Paul and I, we've talked about this many times, and like my old football coach used to say, I can lead you to the water hole.
Right.
I can't make you drink it.
That's true.
And it's about I'll give them all the different tools, but it's up to them that they want to learn
Sure.
the industry. And we do a lot of testing prior to putting them in. We have a culture in our company, by the way, that we follow, and our culture is taking care of our customers, taking care of our own team, doing the right thing, and repaying to the community as well.
Right.
So we do those four things are part of our culture, and we communicate. I feel our all our employees, we all talk. I try to tell my guys, the new people, the new kids, you know, I know money is important, but it's not everything. You need to one and enjoy you want to learn, not learn. You want to do what you're doing.
Right.
You got to get up in the morning and you have to be excited about what you're doing. If you don't, walk away, go and do something else.
Then it becomes a job and a work, and then you start. I really appreciate what you said, because I every once in a while when I eat Chinese food, you get the fortune cookies and the fortune. I have one, so if I get a good one, I normally like put it in my car. The one that I have now in the car talks about planting. Don't worry about what you see when you see your crop right now. Every day plant a seed so that you'll see a better crop tomorrow, right? That type of thing. And I think that's the key. It's not about a paycheck today. You might have to do some sacrificing, and you might have to do some blood, sweat, and tears like we used to do all the time. But tomorrow it'll get better. So you're not going to get the big paycheck.
You have to be patient. Life, you have to be patient.
Yeah, that's key.
Another thing that we do a lot, I like to, in sales, we'll train you how to sell, because sometimes salespeople that have experience also have bad habits.
Yes.
Okay, so you want to start, and I want someone with experience, but the ones that want to come to work for us because they got upset because they changed their commission structure,
Right.
Not the ones that if they were fired, it's not that they were doing good.
Right.
So I don't want those,
Yeah. What's that expression? Jobs don't fire you; you fire yourself.
Yeah, we look at that quite well, but we like young people where if they have the enthusiasm, they have the discipline, that because sales is about getting in the morning, preparing your week, and doing it. It's not about supervising, having somebody on back of you. You set your own goals. You say, today I'm going to go and sell this copier, or I'm going to sell MSP, or whatever you're going to do, or this week I want to do this. If last month I did 10,000, this month I want to do 20,000.
Right.
And you set your goals, and that's what a good salesperson does. He's motivated all by himself.
Right. And so I've been in sales and marketing all my life, and it's not easy to be a salesperson.
Nothing's easy. Nothing worthwhile is easy.
But and there's a lot of rejection. Not 10 no's equal 1 yes, that type of thing. But I think that if you're able to hang in there, and I remember my undergrad college professor telling me that, hey, sales is where you're going to make all the money. Right? Because
That's what I tell
if
them.
I manage a sales team, I'm getting paid as a leader, as a manager.
From every little one that you have.
But it's the salesperson that it's unlimited. Your income's unlimited. It's as much as you can. What's that expression we used to use? Eat what you kill, right?
Right.
It's eat what you kill type of thing. So.
No, you're right. Sales, I tell them all the time. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You have some pretty big salespeople, no?
We have, like I said previously, I have a good tenure of employees,
Right.
in every part of my business. And my girls tell me, how did you do it?
Right.
Because, our turnaround now, all the young people, is incredible, with this COVID. Everybody now wants to work from home.
Right.
And not everybody knows how to work from home, by the way.
No. There's a
everybody.
technique. I've been doing it all my life too. So there's a technique to that. Tell us about that part though. So all right. So here we are. We're a young student or coming out of school, and I want I don't know what I want to do with my life, but maybe sales is the answer. So I come to your company and I sit down with you. So how do you? What's your plan to recruit new talent? I mean, have you
Well, like United
international? Yeah.
International, we connect to different vocational schools
Right.
for technicians, for IT people, for sales people, accounting, and we try to recruit from this companies. It's very important to us. Like I said, we want someone I don't want them too much experience in sales,
Right.
especially but we want someone that has the fundamentals of what they're going to be doing, right?
Yeah.
You have to have a base of what you're going to do. So we have many different, schools and vocational that we contact them. We do open houses, or like FIU holds open houses.
Right.
We go there. One of my daughters, my favorite middle daughter, Michelle, she does that all the time. She goes everywhere to recruiting the employees.
That's important.
You know, it's interesting you should say that. I think one of the things that are plaguing students today, and we've talked about it many times, is I think they come out of college and they really don't know what they want to do. They really don't have a feeling for where they want to go. So one of the things that we're going to institute here with this college is an internship program. And that gives an employer the opportunity to spend 20, 25 hours a week with a student over the course of maybe 2 semesters. And the employer gets an opportunity to view the work habits of the student, and the student gets an opportunity to view the inner workings of a company. Is that something?
That's a great idea, Paul. I think that is, you hit it on the nail. That is something that I would be very interested in helping out as well. In helping young people to define or what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
In accounting, they got to start someplace. And some people are IT, and other people are great salespeople. So there's so many. We have technicians that are we service Palm Beach, Broward, Miami-Dade, and a little bit of Monroe County.
Right.
Okay, and so we have technicians all over the place, and our technicians. I got technicians that have been with me 30 years, 20 years.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of my team. My team, we've been together very much, and I'm on my way out, retiring, I guess, maybe.
I don't believe it.
Taking the workload down.
We're going to have to edit this out.
My daughters, I want them to have the same type of team that I have.
Right.
So I'm always looking for. I got my right-hand person was in college when she started with me.
Yeah, your secretary, right? How many years?
Anna's been with me 39 years. Wow. So, and so.
Well, it speaks highly of the company and
the culture.
The culture. And I think that is all part of the offering. The what you have, and I think that's a value that if you're coming out of college, that's important. And so one thing we want to talk about too in the last few minutes here is the opportunity to get maybe an internship type of thing, right, with the company or come in.
Correct. Paul hit it right on the head.
And it's very valuable. My youngest is 21. He got 2 internship opportunities. One of them said, "Listen, you should only intern and not go to school because the workload's going to be." He's in finance and accounting, and they told him it's going to be pretty intense. So he said, "Dad, what should I do?" I said, "Take the internship and we'll worry about school afterwards." Because I think the internship is maybe more valuable than
it's real life.
It's real life.
It's real life.
And you understand things, and then maybe he'll find out that this is not what he wants to do, right? Yeah. I mean, so tell us about the opportunity to work, to come to your company as an intern. If you,
Oh, in what position?
well,
Many different positions.
Well,
I have,
you're huge in leasing, right? Isn't
we do leasing.
so? There's finance. There's a
We do
finance component.
finance. My youngest favorite daughter. She's my finance
right,
person. Okay,
right.
so she's the bookkeeper, and I'm always arguing with her because
Of course, sales,
Well,
sales,
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
sales,
Let's stop right here. She's no bookkeeper. She's your CFO.
exactly.
I'm going to defend her.
No, what I meant that is that all she does a bean counter, okay, a bean counter.
well, sales and
That's really
sales,
You're in trouble.
I don't think it has anything to do with father and daughter. I think sales and finance never get along, so it doesn't matter if she was related to you or not.
So I'm an aggressive. When I see the numbers on the board, and we're in the middle of the month like today, and I got there and I said, we need to wake up, people. What are we doing? So in sales, I'm always doing that, and I love to motivate, sit with them, talk to them, and then we do financing or leasing.
Right.
We hold a lot of our own papers as well, meaning we sell an equipment, we hold the lease, and but in accounting, she is she's always right now. She is looking for people as well there. So if you guys got accounting and want to come on over.
That's great.
Sales, of course, you should know that by now.
Yes.
And technical IT, we definitely are always looking for good ITs and that are talkative. Most ITs don't like to talk.
That's true. IT are quiet, the quiet people. So in our closing minutes here, we always ask our business leaders, if you had to tell an incoming college student some career advice, just a short piece of advice, do this or don't do this, what would it be? What would you tell them?
Do this or don't do this.
Yeah.
Right.
That's kind of tough.
Is it?
I would say by the time you're graduating, you better know what you wanted to do already, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Even though I have one of my Michelle. She graduated from marketing, and she graduated in psychology.
Oh,
In psychology, and then she goes, Dad, this is not going to pay too much. So she went into business administration and has a master in business administration now. So you should never say no. You continue studying and do it. But I think you got to learn that life is not easy, and you got to work hard, and you have to be disciplined and be proud of whatever you do. Do it right. And it's a good win-win situation for my customers and for myself. I always say to them, I got customers that have been with me 40 years. They're my friends. We're friends already, not just business relationship. And it's about they know I'm going to need to make money, and I know they need to make money. What I do is help them make more money with my products.
That's good. So, Paul, as we close, what else can we cover in the final few minutes here? Is there?
Well, I agree with Jose said. I think young people, you need. I always say if you're not in a deal flow, you're not going to have any opportunities. I mean, people talk about, you have to be at bat to get a hit.
Yeah. That's
So
right.
what I like to say to young people, we have this gentleman here. He's willing to talk to you. He's willing to mentor you. He may be for you. His company may be for you. It may not be for you. But you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't try.
And you have to say yes. You have to be in the game in order to know if you're gonna win, right?
Right. And if anybody comes and I can use them, I have hell of a network of
Right.
friends and customers that might want or might need them. Okay.
That's exactly right, and
That's,
it's networking. Well, thank you so much. It's so great to meet you and to learn about your success and to be here. And you're such an important part of the South Florida community, and thank you for that. And thank you
thank
for
you.
spending some time with us. So
Thank you very much for having me. It was an honor, and I hope I can help you in other ways as well. And
Yes.
I'll be here.
wonderful.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll end the show here. I want to thank everyone for joining us. This is Professor Ken.
And this is Professor Paul Marino.
And we'll see you out there. And this is the Forward Motion Business Show at United International College. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you out there.
Good night.